Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mandy. So today I wanted to share a really good recipe with you guys. It's actually a dessert. It is called Baskin Robin Icebox Pie. And to be honest, I have no idea where this recipe came from. My aunt had fixed it and then she gave it to my mom and then my mom gave it to me. So I have no clue where it's from. So I can't really give credit where credit is due, and I don't like that, but it is what it is. I will put the recipe down in the description so you guys can see that later if you want to make it and try it yourself. It is really good. I am actually going to be doubling the recipe, but what I put down in the description will be the actual recipe, not doubled or anything. I'm making this recipe for the teachers at Amelia's school. They are celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week this week. They really love on their teachers. So this whole entire week is Western themed. Every single day they have something for the teachers. On Thursday of this week, they're gonna be having a barbecue lunch. I had volunteered to make one of the desserts. And then I'm also gonna make some cookies, but that is really easy because they're already made and all I have to do is bake them. It's from a fundraiser that Isabella sold cookies for. So I hope that you will stick around and watch the video and see what it looks like at the end. So let's go ahead and get to baking. So this recipe has 4 layers to it. It seems complicated, but honestly, it really is not. It's very easy. And like I said, I will put the recipe down in the description box. So for the first layer, you are going to need 1 cup of flour, 1 stick of melted butter, and half a cup of chopped pecans. For the second layer, you're going to need 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 8-ounce cream cheese, and half of a large bowl of Cool Whip. And then on layer 3, you're going to need 1 large box of chocolate pudding, instant pudding, and your milk. And then for layer 4, you're actually going to use the rest of the Cool Whip. The first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then you want to melt your butter, and I like to use a glass measuring cup with a handle so that it's easy to pour. While the butter is melting in the microwave, go ahead and measure out your chopped pecans into a medium-sized mixing bowl. And I like my pecans to be chopped very fine for this recipe, so I'm going to use my food chopper from Pampered Chef. This gadget is very useful for smaller items, or if you only have 1 or 2 things to be chopped. It's much easier to use rather than having to get out a large food processor, and cleanup is much quicker. I will leave a link down in the description for the food chopper. Next, you want to measure out your flour in the same bowl as the pecans. By this time, your butter should be melted. So you will then pour the butter into the same bowl as the pecans and flour. And you want to mix all the ingredients together, and this will form a dough-like mixture. Once that is all mixed up, you will then place the dough into a baking pan. And because I doubled the recipe, I'm using a 9x13 pan. Normally when I make this, I use a glass pan, and it's really pretty to see the layers through the side of the glass, but because I'm bringing this to Amelia's school, I didn't want them to have to worry about getting my pan back to me, so I'm using a disposable pan. So now you want to mash the dough down so that it covers the entire bottom of the pan, and you want to try to get it as even as possible. Now once you're all finished with this, you're going to pop it in the oven and bake it until the crust is a golden brown. Once the crust is finished baking, you want to let it completely cool down before adding the layers. If you're running short on time, you can place the crust into the freezer to let it cool down a lot faster. While the crust is baking, you're going to go ahead and make the second layer. So you're going to first measure out your powdered sugar and place it into a medium-sized mixing bowl. Next, you're going to add your softened cream cheese. Mine was not fully softened, so I had a little bit of difficulty mixing the cream cheese and sugar together at first. Next, you're going to add in the Cool Whip. And the recipe says to fold in the Cool Whip, but I go ahead and use the hand mixer. I honestly do not notice a difference when I fold or when I mix. Once that is all mixed, go ahead and place this mixture into the refrigerator to keep it cool until ready to put it on the crust. Moving on to layer 3. This step is very simple. You simply make the pudding following the package's directions. However, instead of using the amount of milk on the package, you want to decrease that to only 2.5 cups of milk. This will cause the pudding to be a bit thicker, which is what you want for this pie recipe. Make sure that you have the large box of instant pudding. After you've added in the milk, you want to hand whisk this together for about 5 minutes. So now we're going to bring it all together. Starting with layer 2, you want to go ahead and spread over the entire crust and make sure you spread it out evenly and very smooth. Once that is all smooth, you're going to add layer 3, your pudding, and again you want to spread it evenly and smooth. If you decide to try this recipe, I would love to hear all about it, so let me know down in the comments. On to layer 4, you're going to spread out the remainder of the Cool Whip and make sure it's all nice and smooth. Once the Cool Whip is spread evenly, I like to sprinkle the top with some chopped pecans. I feel this makes it look prettier and complete. Also, it allows people to see that one ingredient is nuts, so that if anyone has an allergy to nuts, they know to stay away from this dessert. So once you're finished, you want to let this chill in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours before serving. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. This lets me know if you like this type of content and you want to see more of these detailed recipe videos. Also, if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and take a moment to do that and tap on the bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!